Graphing cube root functions by Francis and Lily.
The first step when you're graphing cube root functions is to make a table of values. So, you make a table and you're going to have your values of x as well as your function on the side. And the values of x that are perfect cube roots, easy points to pick are -8, -1, 0, 1, and 8. And so then by plugging in these values of x into this function that you see on the right hand side of the column, you will find your points to plug on the graph. So when you plug in x, these are the points that you'll get. You'll get -4, -2, 0, 2, and 4. So once you have all of your values, you can graph your points. So -8, you're going to the left 8 and down 4, which will put you right about here. -1, -2, put you right here. Make this point a little bigger. 0, 0 is here. 1, 2 is here. And 8, 4 is here.
But the function isn't just 2 cube root x. Under the radical there is a +1, which means that you'll move the points to the left 1. The +2 outside of the radical means that you're going to have to move them, all the points, up 2. Okay, so we'll start with this point. You're going to move it to the left 1 and up 2, which creates the new point of -9, -2. And then you just do the same to the left 1 and up 2 for all the other points on the graph. To the left 1 and up 2. Once you've plotted all the new points, you can connect them.
So, in conclusion, this is how you graph a cube root function and make a translation. Now we're going to show you how to graph a cube root function that is negative. As you can see, this function it has a negative in front of the 3 here, and while it may not look entirely different from the last function we graphed, it will show up very differently on the graph, as you will see in a few minutes. And another difference you might notice about this graph, or about this function, just by looking at it, is that not only is this number negative, but there are no numbers either in the radical with the x or outside of the radical like there were in the previous function, which means that when this is graphed, which you'll see in a few minutes, there are no translations being made, which changes how it looks.
Just like in the first function, we're going to start by making a table of values. For x, we're going to use the same numbers that we did in the last ones that have perfect cubes and put those in the equation. So the x values that we're going to use are the same as the one that we used in the last function. -8, -1, 0, 1, and 8. And when you plug these x values in, you're going to get 6, 3, 0, -3, and negative 6.
So now we're going to show you how to graph these points. So the point negative 8, 6 will fall in the graph here. The point negative 1, point negative 1, 3 will fall here. Point 0, 0 will fall here. 1, negative 3, 8, and negative 6. Since there are no other translations or transformations that need to be made to these points, you can go ahead and connect your points on the line. And this is how you graph cube root functions.